Stop starting businesses from scratch. The wealthy buy broken ones instead, and the data proves this distressed asset strategy creates millionaires while startups destroy wealth. Here's what nobody tells you about the American dream of starting a business. 90% of startups fail within 10 years. But businesses acquired through distressed asset purchases? Their failure rate drops to under 30%. That's not a small difference, that's the difference between gambling and investing. And the wealthy figured this out decades ago. While everyone else is chasing the fantasy of building something from nothing, smart money is buying infrastructure that already exists, just at a massive discount. Customer lists, equipment, trained employees, supplier relationships, brand recognition. All of it built by someone else's blood, sweat, and tears. But that's not even the strangest part. The real question is, why would anyone sell a functioning business for pennies on the dollar? And the answer reveals everything about how wealth actually transfers in this economy. Think about this for a second. Every single day in America, business owners wake up and realize they're done. Not because their business failed, but because life happened. Divorce splits assets. Medical emergencies drain savings. Partners have irreconcilable differences. Owners hit 65, and their kids want nothing to do with the family business. These aren't failures. They're opportunities wearing disguises. And this is where it gets interesting. The wealthy don't wait for these opportunities to appear on business listing websites. By then, everyone knows. The price goes up. Competition appears. Instead, they build systems to find distressed sellers before anyone else knows they're distressed. They call it deal flow. And I'll show you exactly how to build yours in Block 6. But first, you need to understand the math that makes this so powerful, because the numbers don't lie. If this is clicking for you, that like button actually helps this reach more people who need to hear it. Let me put this in perspective with real numbers. Starting a restaurant from scratch in 2024 costs between $275,000 to $800,000. Equipment, build out, inventory, marketing, staff training, working capital for the first year when you're bleeding money. Now here's the distressed alternative. A restaurant owner going through bankruptcy or divorce needs out fast. The equipment alone is worth $300,000. But equipment at auction? It sells for 15 to 20 cents on the dollar. Suddenly that $300,000 becomes $50,000. Add in the lease transfer, existing health permits, trained staff who'll stay if you keep paying them, and you've got a turnkey operation. But here's what they don't tell you. The real money isn't in the assets. It's in something invisible that desperate sellers practically give away for free. And this hidden value is what separates the amateur buyers from the professionals who build empires. The hidden value is called goodwill, and most broke people have never heard of it. Goodwill includes customer relationships, brand reputation, supplier terms, employee knowledge, and operational systems. When you start from scratch, you build goodwill from zero. Every customer is a stranger. Every supplier treats you like a risk. Every system needs inventing. But when you acquire, you inherit years of relationship building overnight. Here's a real example that'll make this click. A high school teacher in Ohio named Marcus wanted out of education. He found a local HVAC company whose owner had a heart attack. The business was doing $1.2 million in revenue with 20% profit margins. The owner wanted $2 million, standard industry valuation. But the real opportunity is this. The owner couldn't work. His wife didn't understand the business. Customers were calling and getting voicemail. Every day, that goodwill was evaporating. Marcus offered $47,000, plus seller financing for another $150,000 paid from future profits. But everything I just told you? That's just the setup. Here's where the wealthy get truly ruthless, and I mean that as a compliment. The owner took the deal. Why? Because Marcus understood something most buyers don't. Desperate sellers don't need the best price. They need a solution to their problem. The wife's problem wasn't money, it was stress. Customers calling. Employees asking questions she couldn't answer. A business dying in her hands. Marcus didn't negotiate on price. He negotiated on terms. He offered to take over immediately, handle all the stress, and pay her from the profits he'd generate. She said yes in 48 hours. And this is how you profit from it. Within 18 months, Marcus had paid off the seller financing completely, and that same business now generates over $300,000 in annual profit. He went from making $52,000 as a teacher to pulling $300,000 from a business he bought for less than a new Tesla. Subscribe if you want to see how the full strategy breaks down, because we're just getting started. Now let me show you how to actually find these deals, because that's where most people get stuck. The math doesn't lie. There are over 30 million small businesses in America. 10,000 close every single day. But only a fraction of those closures are true failures. Most are distressed situations exactly like what Marcus found. The wealthy build what I call distress networks. They're not complicated, just intentional. Step 1. Identify the professionals who see distress first. Estate attorneys handle business owners who die. Divorce attorneys handle splits. Bankruptcy attorneys handle financial distress. Commercial landlords see tenants struggling with rent. Accountants see declining revenues months before anyone else. Step 2. Become valuable to those professionals. How? Send them referrals. Share useful information. Take them to lunch. When they encounter a distressed seller, you want your name to surface first. But wait, there's a better way that most people completely overlook. What the wealthy do instead is position themselves as the solution before competition even exists. They run simple ads in local business journals, local professionals seeking to acquire established service business. Confidential inquiries welcome. They post in industry Facebook groups. They attend Chamber of Commerce meetings, not to network, but to listen for pain. They join industry associations for sectors they want to acquire in. And here's the twist that connects everything. When you find a distressed opportunity, you don't negotiate like you're buying a car. You diagnose like you're a doctor. What's causing your pain? What would need to happen for you to feel relief? What does your ideal exit look like? These questions do two things. First, they reveal the seller's true motivations, which is almost never just about price. Second, they position you as a problem solver, not an opportunistic bottom feeder. The sellers who take massive discounts do it because someone made them feel understood, not exploited. This is the psychological edge that separates seven-figure acquirers from everyone else. So here's where you actually start. The 5 distress signals that make a business perfect for acquisition. 1. Owner over 60 with no succession plan. 2. Sudden life events, health, divorce, partnership disputes. 3. Declining revenue, but loyal customer base. 4. Deferred maintenance on valuable equipment. 5. Motivated timeline, they need to close within 90 days. When you see 3 or more of these signals, you've found your target. But here's the final piece that makes this whole strategy work. Banks reject 90% of startup loan applications. But distressed business acquisitions with existing cash flow? Approval rates jump to over 60%. The business's own revenue becomes the collateral. The seller's desperation becomes your leverage. The goodwill you're inheriting becomes your competitive moat. Starting from scratch isn't brave, it's unnecessarily risky. The wealthy knew this all along. Now you do too. Tell me in the comments, what industry would you acquire in if money wasn't the obstacle? I read every single one. That's the distressed asset strategy that creates more millionaires than any startup competition ever will. You don't need to be wealthy to start. You need to think like the wealthy think. Subscribe, and hit that bell because next week we're breaking down exactly how to value a distressed business so you never overpay. Drop your target industry in the comments. I want to know what empire you're planning to build.